Hi kitty cats! Today is July 19th, 2025, and it's time for another dose of transgender joy. The world today certainly seems to be falling apart, and this week I want to focus on hope. First we need to find hope, and then we need to hold on to it. So piece of joy number 1. Conservative pundits, in a desperate attempt to continue pushing their ideology on everybody, criticize the new Superman movie for pushing its ideology on everybody. The story of a queer immigrant who defeats an oligarchic empire destroyed box office expectations this week to disprove the conservative adage, go woke, go broke. So I am joyful for the Superman movie because hope begins in our stories, our mythology, where a hero rises to defeat the supervillains of our time. So piece of joy number 2. As the Department of Health and Human Services ignores mental health by shutting down the human service embodied by the 988 Queer Crisis Hotline, the Human Rights Campaign compiled a list of resources to pick up the slack. My short link to this list is in the notes, which includes the Trevor Project, Trans Lifeline, and the Rainbow Youth Project. I am joyful for those who provide resources to the marginalized, because hope grows as we support the people most vulnerable to the supervillains of our time. A piece of joy number 3. As we watch the fallout of the concerted conservative campaign of hate, more and more people recognize the need to stand up, inspired by the heroes in our stories, to protect those most vulnerable, and protest, as our ancestors did in the face of similar oppression. We see this in bipartisan partnerships with the ACLU in Indiana, a mass exodus of educators from Texas, and the Good Trouble rally in Colorado, where I proudly represented the transgender community. So I am joyful for the unrest around me, because hope survives as greater and greater numbers make public displays of dissent against the supervillains in our government. A single voice that speaks out once against injustice is noble, but the meaning of hope is to continue speaking out, increasing our voices until change happens. And that is your dose of transgender joy for the week of July 19th, 2025. I will see you next week. Talk soon. Bye.